Hi, my name is Sally, and I want to tell you how I caught my mom going down on my boyfriend. I know, I couldn't believe it either when it happened, but I swear I saw it with my own two eyes. It was utterly insane. So, the story begins a bit before my suspicions even started. I had been dating this amazing guy, George, for 2 years by then. He was sweet, respectful, and earned a good living. My mom absolutely adored him. They got along super well, which of course I thought was great at first. But then I began noticing something was off. You see, my mom is a divorcee, and a rather beautiful one at that. She usually flirts with guys half her age, so she's what you could call a cougar. That being said, she had never tried anything inappropriate with George. That made sense, since he's her daughter's boyfriend. But before we move on, hit like and smash that subscribe button. This will let you live 10 amazing years longer. Trust me, it works. A few months back, I began to notice something was definitely changing. My mom and George spoke more often than usual, and once I actually caught him texting on his phone with my mom. Why would he need to do that? I asked him about it, and he made up some silly story about how she was sending him a recipe to surprise me with. What a laugh. George can't even cook rice, let alone an elaborate dinner. Anyways, I really tried to give them the benefit of the doubt. George was such a sweetheart, and I really believed he loved me and my mom. Well, she was my mom, and she did a great job raising me. The problem was, I had my heart broken a few years back by a cheating boyfriend, and I guess I'm still not fully over that. As I said, I really did try to ignore my suspicions, but they began sneaking off together more and more often. There was something going on, something fishy. I didn't like it one tiny bit. I confronted both of them, yet they denied any wrongdoing. I was so angry, but the truth of the matter was, I didn't have any proof. When they walked away after the argument, I actually heard my mom whispering to my boyfriend. Wow, that was close. That was when I became determined to catch them in their lies and show the entire world what kind of mother and boyfriend I really had. Because there was no doubt in my mind by then that they were cheating on me. I began following them around. They went to all sorts of places. They had lunch at Morton's Steakhouse, which is really pricey, a receipt of $400. They even talked to the owner, so my mom probably was a friend of his. It was so humiliating, my mom and my boyfriend having a date together like that. Then they went into Kay Jewelry Store. Could it be that he was buying her a gift? Or something for me in order not to feel so guilty? One way or another, it was messed up, and I wasn't going to wear it for an instant if it was meant for me. I was going to dump that cheating crook and cut all ties with my mom for good. And then, near a park, they scurried away to a more deserted area. What was going on? I followed behind them, my heart racing. They weren't going to do something dirty in public, right? When I arrived at the spot they were hiding in, I saw my mom going down on my boyfriend. Well, she was kneeling on one knee, but surely they were about to go at it. "What are you two doing?" I screamed, and my mom jumped to her feet in surprise. My boyfriend instead just started laughing. I couldn't understand how he could be chuckling at a time like this. "You really can't stop yourself from being so jealous, can you, silly girl?" he asked me tenderly, and I was about to protest when I noticed the little box my mom was holding. It was open, and inside it was the engagement ring of my dreams. When I was a little girl, I used to dream about my fantasy wedding. Mom would play with me, and I'd tell her how I wanted the ring to be like. Super expensive, white and gold ring, several tiny diamonds surrounding a large pearl. And there it was, the ring I had been hoping for ever since I was 9. "Oh my gosh!" I screamed. Mom was laughing as well now. She explained to me that she wanted to make sure my boyfriend knew how to properly kneel to ask me to marry him. I didn't even give poor George the time to do any of the things my mom had been training him to. I jumped into his arms and kissed him, telling him I'd love to marry him. Well, that's how I totally ruined my surprise engagement party, but it doesn't really matter. Mom and George weren't having lunch at the restaurant. They were tasting the menu options for the dinner all my friends were invited to. The dinner was amazing, and George proposed to me there, this time kneeling in front of me. I was so moved by his sweetness. The ring is truly magical, everything I could have hoped for and more. And my mom? Well, I apologized for being so mistrusting by asking her to be my bridesmaid. She said yes. She still teases me every day about how jealous I got, but I don't mind. I'm just happy they were only hanging out to make me happy. Thank you for watching. What's the worst thing you've done out of jealousy? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to check out our other videos on the channel and subscribe.